Hi, it's Anne here, and this video is all about what video adds to your story and what's so important about using stories for your business. So in the last week I've been asking members of my free Facebook group what their favourite film is, and we've had quite a selection of movies that have come up. Practical Magic, something I've never seen. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I remember actually going into some flea pit to watch that when I was very, very young. Pretty Woman, A Breakfast at Tiffany's. I mean, who can not forget Audrey Hepburn in that movie? So we've had a whole selection of movies, and they've all been different. None of my favourite movies have come up, but that's absolutely fine. And what I want to ask you is, what do all these films have in common? Well, the answer is that at the root, they are all dependent on a story. And without stories created by wonderful writers, where would our culture be? We wouldn't have theatre, we probably wouldn't have TV or movies. There'd be no Audrey Hepburn, I've already mentioned her, Marilyn Monroe, any famous film star, you name it, the cast of Bridgerton. We wouldn't have any of those people, and we wouldn't have famous quotes like To Infinity and Beyond, and May the Force be with you, and Life is like a box of chocolates. None of those things would exist if there weren't stories. So stories are in our DNA. In fact, they've been passed down through word of mouth for sort of eons, many generations. And of course, in the last 1,000 or so years, we've had written word as well. We've had books and scripts and all sorts of things. But my question to you is, why don't you use stories in your business marketing? Because the thing is that your clients and your customers and your audience will remember stories better than they will facts and figures. Now, I'm a journalist and I like facts and figures. I like to be able to prove what I'm saying. But actually, people won't remember, 100% of this or 90% of that, or, whatever. In fact, when I am making video and I'm talking about live video, I actually recommend that people have their books, so that they can say, I can't remember that fact, I'm just going to look down and I'm going to remember it. So stories are really important, and we've all got stories, and they might be, some people have got big, massive stories, but we've all got stories, and those sort of common elements in our lives have resonance with other people. There are people who have, sort of suffered heartbreak. There are people who've been in car accidents, and, people who've had all sorts of things, and all these experiences have a resonance. And if, you are able to pick up on the emotion and the resonance of these feelings, then, you are going to be able to communicate your story way better. And the other thing about video in particular, because in fact I was going to write this as a blog post, but when I got to this bit I realised that I had to do it as a video, because video communicates in a way different way than the words or just hearing the words, because it communicates a visual aspect. We can see the look in someone's eye, and the way they intonate their words, and sentences can be sort of completely changed by whether somebody pauses here or here. So video is vitally important, and if you can't make it, it's you're really missing a trick. Now, we're not all supposed to know how to do this. People have gone to film school, and they spent years and years learning this stuff. And I've always said to people, well, we're all on a mountain as far as video learning is concerned, and I'm somewhere on one bit of the mountain, you're on another bit, and we all have cliff faces that we have to scale at some bit of that mountain. But if you're wanting to make video and you want to sort of just find out a bit more about it, and you want to be part of a group where there are lots of video tips and people are free to ask questions, I do have a free group. It's called Grow Your Business with Video. If you want to join, just go away and find it on Facebook, and I'll let you in.